And now I would like to invite our moderator for this session to come on stage. Let's welcome Mr. Felix Liu, Vice Chairman of Innovation, Technology and Industry Committee of the Chinese General Chamber of Commerce. Felix, please. And for our panelists, let's welcome Mr. Tim Fu, Market Leader Hong Kong, Korea, and Taiwan at PayPal Hong Kong. And next, let's welcome Mr. Ryan Lai, CEO of foodpanda Hong Kong. Let's welcome Ryan. And last but not least, let's welcome Ms. Wing Zun, Deputy General Manager at Yonyou Hong Kong. Welcome you all. Let's give a big round of applause for all of our speakers. And now I'll pass the stage to Felix. Over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our panel discussion on pushing the boundaries of e-commerce, smart and secure retailing in the digital age. E-commerce has become an integral part of our lives as we navigate the ever-evolving landscape of technology and consumer demands. It is crucial for enterprise and retailers to adapt and embrace smart and secure practices. Today, we are going to discuss the latest trends, challenges, and opportunities in this area, which will touch on the automation, resilience to cyber risk, data protection, and how these elements enhance consumer experience, optimize operations, and drive the revenue. Joining us here are three industry experts who will share their thoughts and success stories on this topic. We now start with Mr. Tim Fu, Market Leader for Hong Kong, Korea, and Taiwan of PayPal, a global leader in online payment solutions. Tim is a seasoned professional with extensive experience in digital payment and markets in Asia and Europe. Could you share with us some of the key strategy PayPal has implemented to secure and efficient cross-border transaction in various markets, and examples of successful collaboration between PayPal and retailers that have result in enhanced consumer experience and increased sales? With the rise of the mobile payments and digital wallets, how is PayPal adapting to meet the changing needs, in particular onboarding and training employees on new technology and system to ensure they are well equipped? Thank you, Tim.
No, thank you very much, Felix. And well, I have a few minutes to talk about what is essentially my job, so I'll do my best to shrink it into just a few minutes. AI hasn't given me a pair of eyes at the back of my head yet, so hopefully I can see that on the prompter. So this is the PayPal button, hopefully used by many in the audience. And we believe that when consumers see this, it's a sign of trust and security. Not just in PayPal, but in the merchant which is hosting this button. And from a merchant standpoint, we hope that the merchant is excited by the possibilities in terms of the marketplace that the PayPal button can lead them to. So, and this is especially the case when it comes to cross-border transactions. Now, a few numbers here. It's a bit of a plug for PayPal, so please bear with me. 400 million is the number of members that we have on the PayPal network from a consumer standpoint, and we also host 35 million merchants all over the world, including in Hong Kong, of course, but also Korea and Taiwan, which I look after. 200 countries we operate in across 100 different currencies. So big is kind of advantageous in this field. And just continuing with some fun numbers, having done a plug for PayPal, now a plug for the payments industry. So 50% is the growth of global online sales between 2022 and 2025. 80% is the growth in cashless payments by also 2025. And $3 trillion is the dollar amount for the whole payments industry overall. Now, that's payments, and that kind of like underlies e-commerce, but how about the next number is 10? Apparently, that's the average number of touch points that are done before a purchase decision is made from an online purchase standpoint. So what does this look like? This looks like me checking the review of someone else who's bought that t-shirt. Me checking what my favorite KOL is wearing. I want to check that I'm buying the same stuff as they are. 10 checkpoints on average. That's not very kind of like spontaneous. That's actually quite planned. 71%, the middle lower number, relates to the average global drop-off from a shopping cart standpoint. That's in this trade, we call it cart abandonment. The number is actually quite high, a bit higher than that in Asia Pacific. So what that means is, of 100 transactions that start the cart journey, you put something into the shopping cart, 78% don't complete that. And the 80% number refers to the amount of shopping which is done by mobile or through a smartphone app rather than through through a web page. Sorry. So selling online and selling cross-border is a big business and growing in a massive way. Very vibrant, getting bigger, getting increasingly large. But the shopping decision process is not always very straightforward. We just talked about 10 touch points. The experience at the checkout process is clearly key. 71% is not a low number. Imagine if you could drive that down to 60, 50, that's extra business. And clearly, from an experience at a checkout standpoint, it's no longer sufficient to look into websites, but it's also apps. I think we have kind of like come across how that's enabling what I call seamless shopping, especially cross-border. And if we get into a few aspects of how we can just make that a little bit easier, and I think one of the key aspects is definitely security and trust. These are big words when it comes to online retail. It's actually a big word that the last panel also referred to, right? So from a consumer standpoint, it's important to have some comfort that if I get something wrongly delivered to me, it's not the T-shirt that I wanted. It's the wrong color. It's the wrong size. It's not quite the shade of pink that I was looking for. That I have the ability to get a refund or to get an exchange. From a merchant standpoint, it's important that I know that when I'm selling something online, that I can, if there's fraudulent activity, that I can identify that very, very quickly, and that I have some financial protection if there is a case of loss. I think PayPal, but also many other providers can help with kind of like staying safe from both the consumer and from the merchant standpoint. I think we talked a lot in the last panel also about knowing someone and big data. So from a consumer standpoint, the comfort that I can get from a retailer would relate to if I already bought something like that T-shirt in pink, which I just talked about. Maybe if someone offered me on an email or in some kind of notification a discount of 20% on another shade of pink, but maybe this time a pair of trousers, maybe that would be much more attractive to me than for another random piece of clothing. So I think that's the power of data from a commerce standpoint in terms of both repeated purchase, but also in terms of how I can expand business from a merchant standpoint. So part of the kind of like online retailers' journey is actually, I think the business opportunity, Felix, is very exciting, but the work is actually quite grinding and actually very, very detail-oriented. And we talk a lot about sales funnels or checkout journeys, and it's really about having the observations in terms of where people are dropping off. What is it which is worrying them, which is leading to that 71% abandonment? Is it because they're worried about those reviews, in which case I need to do something about that? Is it because when I'm checking out, I see it in another currency, and it's not in the home currency that I would prefer to pay in? In fact, I don't even know how much that is, right? If it's not in my currency that I'm familiar with. Is it taking too many clicks for me to actually get to a decision on, or get to a transaction payments? There are hundreds and thousands, potentially, decisions which are going through my head, which is leading to those 10 checkpoints, which is leading to that 71% abandonment. From a merchant standpoint, the task, the mission is to optimize that so that we crank out all the different little folds, and therefore we get to a much better number, hopefully, than 71%. I think, Felix, the last part of your question was about people. And I think I've just gone through a whole bunch of different things like, internet security, like digital marketing, like data. And I think what that means for me and also for my team is really the need to be good or at least have access to expertise across all of those areas. The team that PayPal has here in Hong Kong, I think they all kind of like have a dotted line into me, but they report to 20 different people globally, from as far apart as Nebraska to New York to San Jose to Singapore, Shanghai even. What this means is, from a culture standpoint, it's actually very, very important to be very oriented towards the customer in terms of delivering the best kind of like solutioning. And therefore, from a culture standpoint, so we recently won a Great Place to Work award. It's very important for the team, regardless of who they report to and how matrix we are in terms of an organization, that we're very focused upon being together, and because that's the only way that we can move things forward and actually convert the opportunities which are in the digital space. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Thanks, Felix.
Thank you, Tim, for your insightful sharing. We now move on to our next panelist, Ryan, CEO of foodpanda Hong Kong, a leading online food delivery platform. Ryan has extensive experience in big data and tech innovation, and we are now delighted to have him today. Ryan, foodpanda connects customers, couriers, and vendors partners like restaurants and shops. Could you share examples of innovative technologies or features that foodpanda has shared to advance the industry, and how does it leverage data analytics and customer insights to personalize recommendation and improve service quality? Thank you, Ryan.
Cool. Hi, everyone. Yeah, good afternoon, and thanks for the introduction, Phoenix. And so happy to be here, and thanks for the invitation. So for those who don't know me, this is Ryan, and I spent half of my time in fact, I spent my entire professional career in digital as well as e-commerce. And I spent half of my time running my own startup, also half of my time working with multinational company here in Hong Kong, in Asia Pacific, and helping SMEs and corporates in going digital. So yeah, happy to be here sharing something that we know. And happy to introduce a little bit about foodpanda first. So in fact, a lot of the people asked me, is foodpanda a Hong Kong company? We run a very localized business, and we, in our own team, we try to name it hyper-localized. But in fact, we are not found in Hong Kong. We are part of the Delivery Hero Group, which has presence in over 70 markets worldwide. And we got IPO'd in 2017. And right now, we are serving markets in 5 continents, as well as 70 cities, 70 markets, over 400 cities. And we are now doing over 5 million transactions every day. And talking about foodpanda specifically, we are having presence in 11 markets here in Asia Pacific, and Hong Kong is one of the major markets. And now we are also serving 300 cities here in Asia Pacific. And if we talk about our journey, in fact, foodpanda was founded in Singapore back in 2012, and we started in Hong Kong in 2014. So it is our 10th anniversary this year, and we are still a young company. And in 2016, we got that M&A from the parent group, Delivery Hero. And I think a lot of people start knowing foodpanda since 2017. And if you pay attention to the food delivery industry before, you might notice that, foodpanda was not pink in color. It was orange in color. But we run a massive rebranding starting in 2017, and we picked it that energized the pink color. So that's where we are right now, and we are now trying to paint Hong Kong pink in color. And entering 2019 and 2020, before COVID, a lot of innovation has happened in this organization, which we introduced a service on what we call quick commerce, which I will introduce a little bit later. And now we are serving 11 markets, just as I mentioned before. And talking about our business model, in the beginning, we are a food delivery player, or in a nutshell in Chinese is 外賣仔, right? And right now we have more than that. It's not just food delivery. We also have food pickup service. We have corporate catering service, and we also have C2C, B2C catering service, etc. But we are also expanding into new verticals like what we call quick commerce, because we understand that people, consumer, are not satisfied with e-commerce right now when we are talking about 3 days delivery. We want something instant. So that's why we are bringing our instant delivery capability into typical e-commerce, so that we are running our own 24/7 online supermarket, which is called Panelists. And we are also providing that capability for big retail chains in Hong Kong like 7-Eleven, Watsons, and major supermarket chains in Hong Kong, bringing quick commerce capability for them. And we are also running some new innovation here this year, like Panda Pro, which is our monthly subscription program, also Panda Goes, which is an on-demand delivery service. I think when we are talking about data, digital transformation, the technology behind that, data is extremely important, and we believe variety is important and relevance choices is more important. For example, we understand that in Hong Kong, the most famous, the most popular dishes as well as cuisine is chow chan ting, some super casual food, wow. But if you double click into the data, you will find that in Yonyou, in fact, the #1 dish is Michel, is rice noodle. So by understanding customer food data, there's a lot you can do. I will provide one very, very simple improvement and data project we have in my organization that helps us to upgrade our business, which we call extended delivery, which a lot of our restaurant partners already participated in that program. Let's take a simple example. I don't know if Felix, you like Italian cuisine, but let's assume you do. Okay. Yeah, and do you like that, right? Yeah, and if you live in Happy Valley, you might find that in Happy Valley, there's not a lot of Italian restaurant over there. So what you can do, right? You might just compromise and choose something else. But in fact, we try to understand the customer in Happy Valley. So they like Italian cuisine. And then we try to dig through the data, numbers, try to understand conversion, impression, transaction, frequency, etc. We know they like it. So that's why we bring Italian cuisine into Happy Valley. By doing that, we try to improve our logistic arrangement as well as the fulfillment capability. So we bring Italian restaurants choices from Causeway Bay into Happy Valley. So end up, it is a happy ending that restaurants do more business. Phoenix can enjoy Italian dishes at home, and we got a happy customer. Win-win-win, right? So I think this is just a super simple example on what we are doing to use data to upgrade our business. And we will continue to drive business innovation backed by data. I think this is just quick sharing we have right now, and looking forward to more discussion coming forward. Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you, Ryan. Especially have my name on your PPT. Yeah, thank you again, Ryan, for your insight. Next, last but not least, we have Ms. Tsang, the Deputy General Manager of Yonyou Hong Kong. Wing has been at the forefront of implementing innovation, business solutions that cater to the evolving needs of business in the digital market. To Wing, you have been involved in developing innovative business solutions. As traditional retailing business moving from offline to online, Could you elaborate on how this solution are helping business navigate the challenges in the digital market? In what way does Yonyou support e-commerce retailers in safeguarding data privacy and security while enhancing operational efficiency and optimizing backend processes? Given the ongoing digital revolution in the retail industry, what are your thoughts on the future of retail operation and how is Yonyou preparing for these changes?
Okay. Thank you, Felix. Good afternoon. I'm Wing from Yonyou, Hong Kong. So I would like to reply Felix's questions with two parts of sharing. The first part, I would like to talk about the future trend of retail sectors, what is going to happen. And next, I will share a little bit about Yonyou's solutions, how to support our customers in the retail sector to have digital transformations. So first part, evolution of future retailing. We foresee that the future trend of retail industries is going through the next three major revolutions: digitalizations, digital transformations by the technologies, and the concept of new retails, and also the personalized customer experience. I would like to explore more details with the following 6 points. The first one, the new concept, the concept of new retails. We believe new retail is going to continue to evolve and reshape the industries of the retail. So the fully integrated online-offline shopping experience is going to push the online shoppings. So we do believe in the future, online shopping is going to dominate in the markets. And the second trend I would like to talk about is growth of the social commerce. We find that the social commerce platform is no longer the platform to do the digital marketing, to promote and advertise your products. But nowadays, the social media platforms is going to be very effective online direct sales platforms. Very typical example, live streaming by celebrities or the influencers in the community. They promote and sell the products in different digital media platforms. So they can just let the consumer click the button to complete the whole purchase. So this is going to be very popular in the future. And the next is about the new technologies. We can see that the retailer aggressively to adopt a lot of cutting-edge technology into their business. For example, the big data, the AI, to have a deep learning on the consumer behaviors, habits, preferences, and also VR, AR to improve largely online shopping experience. And also IoT technology also help the physical store have much more efficient operations. So all those new technologies is going to have a great impact in these sectors. And next, let's talk about a physical store, the offline stores. I'm not sure if you guys heard the terms in mainland China. It's very popular right now to have offline experience and shop online. So that means 線下體驗線上消費. This is a very popular idea in the China. That means the retailer is going to transform the function of physical store to another role that let the consumer to have great experience, shopping experience in the store, and that they have the very well knowledge on their products. And that's why they have a very innovative design, innovative technology to introduce to the shop. And the consumer enjoy a lot in the store and leave their contact to the retailer. And then the retailer can push the further some marketing campaign to the consumer later. So this is another trend for the development of offline shopping. And the next is about a personalized shopping experience. So I would like to call one of my customer G2000. I guess many of you may know they introduced the 3D scan machine to get a very accurate dimensions, size of their consumers. And after that, they provide highly customized, tailor-made products to their customer. So this is the very popular way I believe in the future. And last point is about sustainability. This is probably not very related to the technologies, but this is going to a lot of attention from the retailers. The retailers start to incorporate a lot of sustainable practice to their business because they would like to have the consumer understand they will pay attention a lot to the sustainabilities. Like they introduce the energy saving store operations. They will concern about if the product they are selling is environmentally friendly enough. So this is a one of very important trend that in this industry as well. And then next, back to the professional area of Yonyou. Let me introduce a little bit about our company. Yonyou has been specializing in providing enterprise management solutions for more than 35 years. We are the largest ERP vendor in China, as well as global top 10 ERP vendors. So we have been providing our digital solution to most of our customers from many industries, including the retail sector. So I would like to share some points that we see from our retail customers. They always face all those hurdles when they would like to do some digital transformations. The first one is the fragmented system. That means the system they're running in the company is disconnected, is broken. The data is not synchronized. They cannot flow the process from the front end to the back end. That will create a lot of problems to the efficiency of operation of the company. And the secondly is insufficient supply chain management. The most common questions asked by my customer is why I always cannot have the incorrect demand planning, sales forecast, why I cannot have real-time inventory control. So how can I get a very transparency on my inventory level? So this is caused by insufficient supply chain management. And the next is about the weak data security. All we know, the retailer owns a large amount of customer data, privacy data, the payment data. So they will have the problem if they cannot have enough data security means to control all those data, to manage all those data. And the last problem they always facing is about delayed analysis because they don't have a very comprehensive data model created beforehand and to have the very comprehensive digital platform. So what we suggest to our retail customer is to build all-in-one, integrate, comprehensive digital platform. We call enterprise management solutions to manage and to empower the trend of the new retails. 4 major elements we suggest to our customer. The first one is about all-in-one platforms. The platforms should cover from the front end to the back end process and have to fully integrate for all the business functions. So, and the second is about have to support seamless omnichannel experience, fully integrate, intensive integrate, online, offline integrations, operations. And the third one is to enhance the operation efficiency. The enterprise, the retail must to enable global supply chain collaborations to have much more accurate forecasts and plannings, and also can have the real-time and centralized warehouse management. And lastly, you have to build the very powerful data analytical platform to have the better decision insight. Okay, finally, I would like to share quite complicated, the solution map. This is the typical solutions that we propose to our customers, all-in-one integrated comprehensive digital platforms. Don't be scared by these complicated pictures. I would like to elaborate by explain the solution architect by 3 tiers. And we would divide the whole solution to 3 tiers. The first tier will be front-end dynamic sales channels. These channels all have the very variety type of the direct sales channel, such as the offline shops, build by yourself, online shops, and also a lot of third-party online shops like the e-commerce platforms, also the social media platforms. So all those platforms are facing by the customers. They have to cater to the customer needs, have to be very user-friendly. So we have to build all the system or connect to all those platforms with a very fancy and according to the customer needs. So this is the dynamic and very diversified layer that we have to handle with. And then we come to the middle operation center. We have to build a centralized operation center to support the front-end diversified platforms, because you have to build your standard data, like the customer database, that you have to define the price and promotion schemes, and you have to centralize warehouse management, so to make your inventory transparent to all those direct sales channels. So you also have to build a consistent process from, for example, the sales order fulfillment process, the logistics, the membership registration process. So you have to standardize all those things before then you can support the very diversified, very dynamic sales channel at the front-end operations. And then we're back to the back-end management. This is the third layer is talking about the management tier. This is more like the traditional ERP solutions, which mainly serve the management purpose and internal controls. So in this layer, you have to do the cost calculations. You have to control your procurement to pay. You have to your product costing calculations. You have to have the financial control, like the budgetary control. So this is the layer we have to build to fulfill the management purpose. So all 3 tiers of the components comes with the very comprehensive digital platform to support your whole operation of the retailer business. So I would like to mention one more thing is there's one layer I didn't mention. All the components, all the functions on these pictures built on the single platforms. And this platform, we call it business innovation platforms. Means that we prepare ourselves. The solution itself can support your further changes, the business changes, and handle any changes of your business in the futures. So this platform have the 4 core capabilities to support all those functions on top of it, including the integration capabilities, including the development platform to handle your further changes in the future changes. And also you have some smart and intelligent components like AI, RPA process for the automations. You have to introduce like OCR capabilities and IoT connectivity capability to all those operations in these solutions. So lastly, you have to build a data analytical platforms. So after you have all those data from the front end, from the middle operation center, as well as the back end data, so you have the very comprehensive data analysis for the whole enterprise. All those is my sharing to reply to Felix question.
Thank you, Wing. I think the discussion here we have highlighted the importance of the development of smart and secure retailing in the digital age. Let us continue to collaborate and drive the innovation in this exciting industry. Thank you again, Tim, Ryan, and Wing. I would like to also thank you all the audience for this participation. We hope our discussion will inspire you to explore new frontiers in e-commerce and digital retailing. Thank you all, and please enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Felix. Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thanks.
our speakers. Please kindly remain on stage and let's have a good photo together. Thank you, our speakers, for giving us more insight on e-commerce from the company perspective. All right, please look into our photographer in the center for a good photos. So we have just learned a lot of case study and experiences on the retailing and how we could utilize e-commerce and make sure that we're going into a digital economy. All right, please continue to look into our photographer. Okay, let's have a thumbs up to support our events. Okay, please look into our official photographer. All right, a big round of applause for our speakers one more time. Thank you very much. Please kindly exit the stage. Thank you.